All right, so the stream already heard this, but this is called Star Citizen. You are part of the issue. I definitely talked about this before, at least on Answer the Call, where I do think the community is a big part of the problem with Star Citizen in a lot of ways. So I don't know where Grumpy is going to go with his thoughts, but I'm curious what he has to say on it. So here we go. Grumpy Eye, you
Hello and welcome to
are
me
part of the
ripping
issue.
you a new one. Roll the intro.
Hello, my name is Grumpy. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy Eye.
Alright, so this is a video that I really didn't want to make. I mean, I wanted to, I want to now, of course, but like I wanted the whole channel to be basically what this video is going to be. So I have dedicated my whole channel to being objective and realistic and to be honest with everything that I say and with whatever happens in the game. And let me just minimize this. And whatever happens in the game or in the PTU or
software.
whatever. And I'm trying to bring you the most honest opinions on whatever is happening right now, and I'm also trying to be funny. So like when I'm doing ISC or outside Inside Star Citizen videos, I'm always trying to make you laugh, because most of the times like there's nothing to talk about, but some of the times where there is something to talk about, I talk about it, of course, but people do not really understand that, which is okay. But this video is gonna be aimed towards the people that we call white knights, and I'm gonna say something that is, well, not really that controversial, because like, yeah, like we all know that, but you guys are the fucking problem. You guys are a part of the bigger problem. So 317
But so are you, and so am I. In a lot of ways. We all are. Let me move my cam because he's on this side. I think we're all a part of the problem. But I'll let him continue.
came out.
Everybody
most
point
of
at
the
each
bugs
other.
that I have reported are still in the game. Some of them were
Okay.
supposed to be fixed.
I'm just making sure, because
as
I can
CG
hear
says,
that, but you
they
guys
should
can't.
be fixed. Emphasis on should, because they're, whenever they say that they should be fixed, they're never fixed. So the inventory system is still buggy, and sometimes you drag things into your inventory and they just go back. There's like, I mean, there's a ton of bugs with the inventory system that I really don't like. If I started to talk about all the bugs and not the intentional things that the developers did, it would still take me like 10 minutes for that. On top of that, the ships are fucking exploding for no reason. I have lost my inventory on my ships 3 times now due to my ships just exploding for no apparent reason. Just like, go up in the Redeemer, try to jump, boom. Go up in the Connie, try to jump, boom. Like...
Okay, so... this is where I say we are part of the problem, too. Because complaining about these things happening is... in a game, like... you should know what we're getting into. Like, here's the thing. In the moment, was it frustrating? Yes. But if we're harping on them now, I think we're also part of the problem, because I do the same thing. So I'm not going to sit here and criticize Grumpy and say, like, I'm trying, like, when I see what Grumpy is saying, I see myself in a lot of ways. And I mean, complaining about bugs in an alpha game is stupid. Here's the thing about Star Citizen, though. So this is something that everybody needs to get clear and get through their fucking head very clearly, is that Star Citizen is not just an alpha. It's a live environment, it's a live service, and it's an alpha. They're both the same. So it's an alpha in the sense that they're still adding features to the game. So when they add features to the game, there's going to be problems. But there's also this live service aspect that it is a game that is meant to be played and has those aspects to it. So there has to be a little bit of buy-in from everybody here. You can't just point at somebody and say, haha, you're an idiot, it's an alpha, why would you expect to have a good experience? But you also can't just complain about every little thing, because your ship blew up 3 times. If I know Grumpy, he plays a good amount of hours. That's not that much. So yeah, it's a balancing act. So it's both a live service and it's an alpha. So that's where I kind of thought I knew where Grumpy was going to go, and I definitely see myself in him. I do the exact same things. I get so frustrated by this bullshit because I just want to play the game. But yeah, it's when we do that, we're also part of the problem. But the reason we do it is we really need CIG to shift over a little bit from slamming features in and not caring about prioritizing or working out certain bugs because they're going to fix them later. There's certain things that I do think are like necessities to resolve. One bug that I complain about consistently is every time you're trying to use your weapons, it like goes back into your holster, comes out, just disappears. All sorts of problems with FPS and handling weapons, right? So that's one that absolutely drives me insane. We've had it for 3 quarters now. 9 months. It's not good.
Fly the cutty, boom, without jumping. Like, it's not even, it doesn't have anything to do with jumping. So, do you understand how buggy this whole patch is? And I really tried. I posted in Spectrum and I told them to, I told CAG, and I know that they saw that because, Knight Rider and a bunch of, mods there were deleting
his
comments,
message.
so I know that they saw the post. So the post was basically me saying that, please, CAG, delay or postpone 3.17 release until you have to release it because of Invictus. So don't give us 3.17.1 for Invictus, but try to fix everything and make 3.17 drop on the day of Invictus and just release it like that, because it was simply unplayable in the PTU. But no, a bunch of White Knights were like, no, I want 3.17. Okay, it's not so buggy. I have played.
This has nothing to do with White Knights. This has everything to do with selling the what ship besides the whole A was sold during this event. It was everything. They had to do their selling before the next sale. I agree with them 100%. I think it should have sat on the PTU. No, Scorpius is in the next sale. So I agree. Everything had to stay on the PTU until it was ready to come out. That's where the live service aspects of Star Citizen development need to be more. The Starfarer? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was like a whole MISC lineup thing, right? So I guess the Starfarer as well. They had to do that sale from a marketing perspective before the Invictus thing, because they can't just push sales all the time. I think that's really the push to get the patch out. It was a marketing thing. I don't think it had anything to do with game development. And I think he's 100% right on this aspect, except for the fact that it's White Knights that made it come out. It's not. It was the marketing team. Would be my guess.
Half an hour, 3 hours, insert the amount of time that you want to, and it's not that buggy. But how, am I fucking lying? I give you video proof of everything what's happening, and then you say that I'm lying. I have every session in 3.17 that I have played, I have ended up in Clasher at least.
Grumpy, do not read the YouTube comments. I repeat, do not read the YouTube comments unless they are positive. Skim, you immediately start seeing somebody be negative, just skip it. Just skip it, because you are getting brain rot from these people, dude. Do not do it. I can see it. It's seeding into your videos. Don't do it. Don't do it. Here, I'll put the video in chat. You guys can look through the YouTube comments if you want, all right? Do not read them. They will rot your brain.
Oh, I'm dying. You don't bleed out that fast.
Dude, there's no medical shit.
That's not a bug. So I'm blocking it. We'll replay this. I don't think this was a bug.
Pressure at least 3 times due to bugs.
I'll even I think we'll slow it down as well. He stood out in the open, got shot quite a few times by that NPC, and the health starts at 84%.
Oh, I'm dying.
And goes down to 2%. And then instead of pulling out a med pen and healing himself now, he watches the last remaining 2% bleed out.
You don't bleed out that fast.
That wasn't bleeding out. That was him losing his health. I don't think it's displayed very well, but yeah. That's what I think happened there. But all right, let's put it normal speed again. I don't think that was a bug.
Dude, there's only medical shit in every fucking loot box.
Well, you're gonna need it because I'm down. One shot and I'm dead. Fucking amazing. Oh yeah, you were in this room. It's just like medical shit here. I'm so glad that they fixed the inventory system. It's working as intended now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at you!
I'm in a lowrider.
You're rolling, kid. Are you laying down? That's the only way to do it.
This is funny.
Down while driving.
What's up, Ohms?
Oh my god. All right.
What's up, cabron? There's a. Oh my god. Why is there Idris?
Is there an Idris?
There's an Idris here, dude.
Really? I have an EMP.
Great. I have a Cuddy.
You had this
There's an
yesterday?
Idris
I've never
protecting
seen
the
this one, but this
fucking
one's hilarious.
Bunker.
You'll be fine. You can take it.
You think?
Yeah, man.
Is it moving?
Yes.
Cuddy's OP now.
Again, if I only talked about the bugs, it would take me at least 10 minutes just to talk about the bugs. And there's a lot of them. And then I have made a post about the medical gameplay. You probably saw my video from a few days ago where I was comparing tier 1 and tier 2 beds and why tier 2 beds should be beds that you can spawn in, and the White Knights just tend to like concentrate on just one line that you said, and this is the line that I said. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but like it was something like, even if this game had no bugs, but every game is gonna have bugs and every program is fucking buggy because a person has made it, and there's always gonna be bugs. There in the history of the world or programming, there was not a single game or a single complex program that is not buggy. Each program is gonna be buggy. Like even the fucking calculator is gonna be buggy if you input some shit that like it just can't calculate because it's not programmed to do that. So I said that was one of the things, and I said that even if the game was not buggy, we still need tier 2 fucking med base to spawn people. And then fucking White Knights were saying like, yeah, but like don't compare this right now to what the game is gonna be when it's released. Like, first off, why are we talking about that? Because like we know that this game is not gonna get released anytime soon. Secondly, what the fuck is the point? And then I went into a fucking discussion and into a wormhole with a White Knight where like I was saying, just name.
I think he means the smaller beds, but I'm not sure.
Name me one like complex program or one game that is like more than Space Invaders, and just tell me one that is not buggy. Just get me. And he was like, no, but well, you have MMOs that are not buggy. Literally every MMO has bugs in it.
Yeah.
And like it's just like a perpetual, like whatever you do with them.
Okay, so what I think he's trying to say here is you can't just pause the development of the game because it has bugs. You can't ignore the fact that the game isn't fun because it has bugs. They have to prioritize the game being enjoyable, being more balanced, and making more sense because people actively want to play this game. This man and myself and other people would like to play Star Citizen. We would like to play it as if it's an actual game. And we accept that there will be bugs in it. I think Grumpy's being a little less accepting than I would be. What I can't accept is the lack of prioritization on the enjoyable aspects of the game and other things being prioritized above it. Squadron 42, for example.
You just like go into a fucking wormhole and it goes deeper and pulls you deeper. It's just like fucking quicksand. The more you try to like get out of it, the more it fucking pulls you in. That's how the fucking White Knights are doing that. But do you understand, White Knights? So this is a question for you. And you, like, some of you wear that armor proudly. But do you understand that you are a big part of the fucking problem? See, we have a janky inventory system for how many patches now? 3? 4? I think this is the third one, or maybe the fourth one. Do we have transfer all buttons? No. Do we have it? Like, we don't have shit. We just got the call ATC button. Why did it take like so long? Because you guys are reporting fucking Arrow library not being good, or just like reporting shit that doesn't really matter. And you are attacking everyone that has a different opinion than you, that has a fucking logical thinking and like that sees the state of the game and is being honest. You keep on attacking them, and on top of that there comes CAG with their like protection of themselves, and they delete posts that are like not in their favor, and they call them hyperbolic comments. Okay, some of the comments are really disrespectful, and I completely understand CAG deleting those, and I completely understand banning people for calling somebody names or
and this is why you don't go on Spectrum.
saying that like they just stole the money, etc., etc., because they are actually working. It's obvious that they are actually working. But some of the comments that got fucking deleted were just people saying that like this is a complete fucking mess. And I saw some of those comments that got deleted, and they weren't hyperbolic, and they weren't like dishonest or disrespectful, but they got deleted. But on the other hand, White Knights just flourish there because like they're not gonna get deleted unless they are really fucking disrespectful towards the other guy, and they mostly are not, but they're drunk.
Yo, Grumpy's gonna lose his mind. He's gonna be permanently in this pose, like talking into his microphone, trying not to explode for the rest of the year, because it's only gonna get worse from here on with the bugs and shit.
I think the community fucking insane with their comments and with their attempts to defend something that shouldn't be defended, because we are all playing this fucking game. Do you understand this? We all love and want this game to succeed.
Grumpy, you are the only one playing the game. The people that you're speaking to do not play the game. They look at their fleet on fucking Fleet View and go into the concierge section of Spectrum and talk about their fleets and go on Reddit and post fucking screenshots of sunsets. None of them are playing the game. You are arguing with people that don't share the same experiences with you. Don't want to share the same experiences with you. Don't enjoy the video game. Don't care for what the potential of the video game is. I'm telling you, these guys are gonna lose their fucking shit. Like they saw all. I saw some of these like White Knight types that you're speaking to. See you remember when they showed the images of the careers with like the arms tied behind their back, like that one that everybody made the jokes about? That was like literally writing on the wall of like, by the way, there's going to be a grind in this game, right? And those people are going to lose their mind. There's going to be a grind for reputation. You're going to have to earn things. And those people are going to absolutely lose it because they don't play the game. They just talk about it. They just talk about it, and they repeat things that CIG says, which CIG is never going to say something that's not in their favor.
succeed.
Because why would
But
they?
you with your fucking comments, you with your comments on YouTube, you with your videos that are just like white knighting and that are just like saying that everything is good and that this is the best fucking patch ever and there's a lot of shit to do. Have you tried mining? Do you know how like how pissed off miners are because of the changes? I'm gonna do a video on that. That's probably gonna be helpful for you guys so you can figure out how to mine easier with the new changes to the scanning mechanic. Have you tried bounties? Bounty hunting. They got fixed. They're really good now. They actually fly as ships and as real people. They do not desync. They track really well. They do not miss. Therefore, for most people, it's not a really viable option to earn money because they are just not as good as they should be to take down, let's say, a hammerhead. But I digress. On top of that, you have bunkers that are completely fucking broken. The turrets do not, like, you don't see the tracers. All of the turrets are shooting at you for no reason. If you try to target them and take him out, you're gonna get a crime stat. You go down into the fucking bunker, there's a security guy clipping through a fucking Ninetales guy, and you shoot the Ninetales guy, and of course you're gonna clip the fucking custom dynamics guy, and you go to jail, or you just get a crime stat. You pack space inside the area of the bunker, and you end up in Clasher.
Right, I got a crime set 3 now.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, really?
What the fuck just happened?
My backspace.
Wow. Are you gonna spawn in your cart?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, knowing this game. Probably not. Oh, okay. I have a crime stat now, first degree, crime committed, trespassing. And I spawned, instead of the medbay, I have spawned in the fucking... Oh, I'm in
How do you have a prison outfit?
Yep, I have a prison outfit.
What? You got the Clasher uniform and you're on the camera.
Yes, but I spawned in the fucking pilot seat. Like, seriously. I've been here for like a year and a half, and this patch has turned out to be one of the worst. Like, there's no updates in this patch. We got a river and like the selling loot mechanic and all that shit, but like this patch is turning out to be one of the worst fucking experiences that I had. And I was here during the 30Ks of 312, 313, during
because the game is almost playable. That's why. But here's the thing. We got to get past this a little bit. We got to get past this. I got to get through to Grumpy here. I'm not talking to you, chat. I'm just talking to Grumpy. Okay? Are you ready? Grumpy, listen to me. Look at me right here. Streaming stuff came into the patch and is definitely causing a lot of issues. Things related to server meshing. Things related to this actually being a game where we interact with other people and not just stupid NPCs. And it's only going to get worse from here for the next, I don't know how long, but probably a really long time. Deal with it. We have to deal with it. This is for the better, not for the worse. This is one of those, yes, it's an alpha. Yes, it's a live service. But this is the thing where some of the stuff has to be made because we don't have the video game unless we suffer through these things. So suck it up a little bit. We have to. We all have to. This is like part of the growing pains, and these bugs are something we have to deal with. Not... It just is what it is. I'm not white knighting. I really, this is how I honestly feel. They're finally working on the tech to make Star Citizen happen. It's going to cause issues, and we're going to have to suffer through it. Period.
314 and the fucking medical gameplay and all of that, but this patch is just fucking broken. And now we're gonna have Invictus with a free fly event, and we're gonna call other people to like hop in, and they're gonna try the game out, and they're gonna be disappointed because what the fuck is this?
318 is gonna be worse than 317.
And on top of that, you guys are still defending CAG. Like, who the fuck is attacking CAG? You gotta understand. There's a huge difference in me attacking Jared and saying that he's I don't know what, or Jared or fucking Tony Z or whoever from CAG or the CAG as a company. And there's another thing that's called this fucking game that you have made. It's an alpha. No, it's a fucking business model. It's a game. This fucking game that you have made is not working. Please do fix it. And that's not attacking CAG. That is not attacking anyone personally. That is not hyperbolic. That's just like, you play it, your ship explodes for no fucking reason, and then you make a strongly worded comment on Spectrum, or you make a video like I'm doing right now. But you guys
it's a
are
ship
part
dealership.
of the fucking problem whenever you decide to defend CAG and the product that is completely shitty. But nobody attacked CAG.
Like, here's the deal. I might sound like I'm defending them here a little bit, but I kind of am. Because I don't necessarily think that attacks like these are completely 100% fair. He's right. He should be allowed to say, hey, this is an issue, please fix. Can you prioritize this before going live? Because I want to jump in the game and enjoy the live experience. The live experience should be clean. The PTU should be where you clean it up. And that's his argument here. I agree with that. We don't have that. That's a problem. But. It's only going to get worse from here. And it's not a bad thing that it gets worse from here. It's part of software development. It's one of those things that's going to happen. We have huge things that are coming into the game relatively shortly. Things like server meshing, cross my fingers, hopium, you know, but like that kind of stuff is obviously going to come with massive issues. That's probably going to make the game pretty unplayable. All right. And this patch 317 was the start of that. But yeah, that I agree with Willie. It's horrible that people are attacking others when they're pointing out that these bugs may not be acceptable. You know? We have so little of the final product in the PU, it has to get way worse before it can grow and get better. Yes, but it has to have moments of you can grow, but if you're only focused on growth and growing the game and making the game and just slamming in features and developing it like a traditional alpha, it's not the model that they have. That's not the model that they have. You put things in, you clean them up, you maintain the live experience being playable. And when you go through this and it's not playable, he should absolutely be allowed to say, this is unacceptable. The live experience being as unplayable as it is currently should not be the norm anymore. 315, 316, especially the 316 experience should be the norm, right? Branching out of 315 into 316, not having as many server crashes, not having as many client crashes, and being able to experience the game is a good thing. If you're still having those problems, leave it on the PTU and fix them. Or, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's unreasonable too. At some point, you have to push it to live. Because then you're just delaying the next patch and the next patch and the next patch. And that's kind of what Grumpy's arguing here, is just delay it forever because it's not working in a lot of ways. So sometimes you just got to shove it up our ass and we have to suffer through it.
If you look at me, I'm overly negative because the only reason that I attack CAG is because of their fucking... So there's two reasons. Priorities, and the second reason is fucking priorities. And the third reason might be ship sales and all of that, but no, it's still fucking priorities. And I'm overly negative. Because with all my honesty, I still made CAG something like $20,000 from my referral codes. through, and like that's just the people that bought the game through my referral code. On top of that, there's like 40,000 people that have watched the videos, and probably half of them, or let's say 30% of them, bought the game, which is much more than the people that use my referral code. So I'm negative, I'm a fucking asshole. No, you are the part of the fucking problem. You are, White Knights, a part of the huge fucking problem that we have with CAG, and that is communication with the developers. Because whatever we say, whatever we do, whatever we want to do, whatever we want them to change, it takes a fucking long time, because it takes you that much time to understand that we are that like we are in the right here, that we want this game to get better, but we can't, because like whenever you write a fucking comment on Reddit, Facebook, fucking Twitter.
Here's the deal. The game is pretty decent. If you look at what's there, the game can be pretty decent if it wasn't so broken. And the argument here is, I mean, it's not, because there's no reasons to do anything yet. But I guess if you insert those reasons, you can PvP, you can do some things, you can find fun in the game if you wanted to, right? At a bare minimum. But, and I think this is what Grumpy's trying to argue, is that the current experience is decent enough. You gotta give me a place where it's better to play while I wait for you to make the actual game. And I kind of agree, but at the same time, I think times like these are essential to getting us to the final release, or whatever the final iteration of Star Citizen will end up being. Yeah, Todd Pappy's SCL was very telling. Like, he wanted career-based stuff, and his career-based stuff got kicked to the curb, right? And that's what Grumpy's pissed off about more than anything. I don't know why he's arguing about bugs, because you could tell that's what Grumpy's mad about. He just wants to play the game. Just wants the game to be developed. But for the game to be developed, we got to suffer through these bugs too. It's just part of it.
Spectrum, wherever, you're gonna get attacked by a guy that like whose only fucking achievement is posting his fleet pictures and screenshots from like Daimar or Hurston or Microtech or whatever. You're not contributing to the game. Like, the same thing applies to the people that are not on issue council during the PTUs, that don't go there, that don't report shit, that don't contribute to shit, and then they fucking just blame it on the developers or blame it on community or whatever. Only if you contribute on the issue council, only then you have the right to complain. It's the same with fucking voting. If you voted, you have the right to complain. If you haven't voted...
Hot take, if you want to play a decent game, don't become a Star Citizen streamer. That's a shit take too, right? Because I think everybody sees the potential in Star Citizen and wants it to work out. I think that's like the shittiest take of all time, dude. You're basically just telling him to leave. Why? Why would you do that? That's like that kind of white knight behavior stuff is the shit that, if you don't like it, just leave.
Because
fuck off.
Whatever fucking reason, you don't have a right to complain. I haven't voted here, and I'm not fucking complaining anymore. I don't fucking care about Serbia anymore. That's why I haven't voted. But for, I don't know, 15 years, I was voting each time, and each time I had the right to complain. While other people were like, no, they're all the same, blah, 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 or all the other shit. But like, you don't have the right to fucking complain if you're not trying to change the community. If you're not trying to change Star Citizen, you do not have the right to complain. On the other hand, you do not have the right to tell me that I'm wrong, or to tell...
There's tons of games that are good. People just want this game to be good right now, and it just isn't. How long are you going to cling to that before you just move on? Until I fucking feel like it. Not until you tell me to. Until whenever the fuck I feel like it. Done. And that's the point I'm trying to make. You're essentially telling him to move on because you don't want to hear his complaints. You can't tell people to move on. They'll move on when they're ready.
Anybody that he's wrong when he says that 317 is a buggy mess. Like, some people are fucking excited about looting and selling items to shops. Why? Do you see how buggy it is? Do you see how much time it fucking takes you to sell shit? Like, I actually have a wrist fucking problem because I spawned with 62% of my inventory on our corp in the first day when the patch dropped, because like, yeah, character reset and all that. And then it took me fucking 2 hours just to get like 2% done. And like, every time you wanna sell some weapons, you gotta select, yeah, weapons from here to here, blah blah blah, quick sell, okay, and then it fucking resets. It's working as it's ended, isn't it? Quick sell, okay, quick sell, okay. Do you understand how bad of a game design that is? That's not even fucking tier 0, Jesus Christ. And then when you say that, people attack you. For what fucking reason? We're playing the same game. I'm trying to better the game by giving feedback to the fucking developers. And then you cockblock me by saying, no, it's still an alpha. I fucking know that it's still an alpha.
The argument is you shouldn't put it out in that state. He's angry. This one he deserves to be angry for. Like, here's the thing about it is, if you couldn't get it in and you couldn't finish the fucking job, you don't release it to the players to make it more problematic for them. And that's something CIG does all the time. That's it's an alpha mentality where they're not taking into any consideration that it's a live service. None. They're not taking any consideration to people like this exist that actually want to play the game. So I agree with him. The selling mechanic should not come in unless you have a sell all. The inventory mechanic should not have gone 3 patches without a move all button. Period. End of story. I don't want to hear about your priorities and what the teams should be working on, because there's nothing that the team should have been working on other than getting these features in that you can actually provide feedback for. You can't provide feedback for the selling feature because it's so fucking bad. That's the only feedback you can give, is that it's so fucking bad. Just make it a normal selling feature so then I can properly give feedback on it, right? End of story. Move all button for inventory should be a priority. Don't know why. They said they didn't have enough time for it. I don't know how long it takes to make one of those things, but I imagine it's not 9 months, okay? I imagine it's not 9 months. That is something that probably should have been done. The selling mechanic, yeah. Are we all happy that there's a selling mechanic in the game now? Kind of. But I think that it's sort of unacceptable that the state that it's in to release it and say that you have a selling mechanic in the game when basic features of a selling mechanic aren't really existing, and it's more painful than you would hope for. So you probably shouldn't be putting these features in the game. I think you shouldn't be releasing products like this into the game, or features into this game that are that featureless.
That's why you need to complain. This is the time where you need to complain. This is the time where you need to hang out.
This is where his video makes perfect sense. It took him 18 minutes to get to the fucking point, but this is where White Knights are the problem. This is everything right here. He's about to get to it.
On issue council, this is the time where you need to fucking shut up, play the game, and report all the bugs and tell the devs how to better the game. If you're not gonna do that, don't fucking complain and shut the fuck up what somebody does. And that's it. That's it. So yeah.
It's the White Knights and the defending of CIG in a lot of ways, I think, that has created the acceptance of putting out a feature like the selling mechanic in the state that it's in, and that being acceptable. I get that things are supposed to iterate, right? But they have to iterate from a better starting point than where we're at now, because we've been trying to play the game for the last 10 years. We've wanted to play the game for the last 10 years. And I I understand that it's an alpha, but we have to start higher. The standard has to be higher for what's acceptable to come into the game. And the only way to get that standard to be set higher is to complain about it and say that it's not acceptable until the culture changes for the community and the company to say, you know what, this is not acceptable. This in the no-go meeting is going to be a no-go because you don't have the features in to be at our standard. The Star Citizen standard is too low. That's it. That's the issue here. And the people who defend it and call it an alpha keep letting that standard be a little too low. Honestly, just a little too low. That's it. I don't expect it to be much higher. It needs to be a little bit higher. I have, like somebody said in chat, 10 years and still an alpha. That's the real issue. No, it's not. It's actually not. Because you can, an alpha in a traditional sense, and the definition would be, they're still adding the major features to it, right? And that's okay, as long as the features being added to the game are at a higher standard than where they are now. You can't start at the state of where selling is. You can't start necessarily where inventory was and sort of where it is now. There has to be a better starting point. And that's the argument for going to Squadron 42 priority first and then coming back to Star Citizen. We'll have to see what happens when... I think the first big thing is going to be salvaging with the hull stripping. Let's see the quality standard of that, because that was Squadron 42 first and then came to Star Citizen, and we'll see what happens here. But that is where the White Knights of the Star Citizen community are actually holding it back in a lot of ways for the people who would like to play the game, is I think they're allowing for the standard to be incredibly low and not allowing for it to be where it needs to be, which is a little bit higher. I don't think I'm asking for a lot here, just a little bit higher. It cannot be a selling mechanic where I click, I wait, and then I have to click again. Not only can I not sell all, but I have to click twice for every single item. Unacceptable. Garbage. Very disrespectful to anybody who would like to play the game. Don't like it. Better set a better standard.
Fucking hell, dude. Like, people in this community can be fucking amazing, but some people in this community are making the whole community look bad because of their behavior. And it's so fucking annoying, and they need to fucking realize that we are all on the same side here, and that side is being, we want an actual game that we are gonna play for the next decade.
They don't want to play a game for a decade.
Or whatever. But
These
we want
people
this game
don't.
to get better. And we're not getting a better game. And
They just
every
wanna show off
time you
their fleet.
post that I'm wrong, or that somebody is wrong because this is an alpha, or that I'm attacking the devs by saying that,
Dude, you're not wrong. You're coming at it with an attitude that turns them off. I'm in the same boat as you. You just come at them with an attitude that turns them off. So they think you're yelling, or I mean, you are in a lot of ways. A lot of cursing, right? Me too. And then people get turned off and immediately discredit your opinions.
that the imagery system is trash, then you're not contributing and you're just being an asshole, you're just being a dick, and you're not understanding how game development is supposed to look like and how this game is gonna get better by us reporting and giving them ideas. Everything in this game is fucking broken. Like, give me one thing that is not broken or that is not incomplete, and I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
Ship
And
sales.
I'm gonna tell you not only why you're wrong, but like what should be done. But no, whenever you try that, there's
Ship
a
sales.
bunch of people, a fucking cult of people that are gonna defend the developers, even though you didn't attack the developers. Whatever you say, it's a fucking personal attack on Chris, from their standpoint.
No, it's a personal
So,
attack
like,
on them and the
you
amount of money they spent on
Gotta
the game.
realize that you're the biggest fucking part of the problem, and that's it. Write the fucking comments. I hate comment. Tell me that I'm a dipshit, a fucking death threat, whatever. Just write it down in the comment section and go fuck yourself. And then we can maybe talk to the devs and get this thing running and
Dude, Grumpy's
being better.
fucking losing
so,
it.
thank you for watching, and thank you to all my patrons that are supporting me, yelling at you. Even though, like, you guys know that I'm right. Like, it's just fucking amazing. Most people are not even fucking posting on Spectrum or on Reddit. Most people are not even fucking playing the game because like, if they try to contribute, there's gonna be people that are gonna tell you that you're wrong. Like, you report, sometimes I had like issues that like I reported an issue on the issue council, and then there's a guy responding with, well, it's an alpha. What? It's the issue council, my man. Do you understand that you report issues there? Well, it's an alpha. Great. Good job. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, there's gonna be a link down in the info section of the video, and you can support me ranting more. I'm gonna do a video. I'm just now thinking about getting a prospector for you guys, so you can see how you can actually still mine and get money from mining, even though it's really hard now.
Time to write a
and,
bot to
yeah,
respond.
like,
It's an alpha to every issue.
you can expect that in the next few days. So again, thank you for watching, and support the channel if you want to. If not, okay, and leave a subscribe and all that. And don't forget to bring a towel when you're traveling through space. And White Knights, just like, please,
Just please.
just let us speak to the developers. Thank you. Bye. Mwah.
Holy. I think he took a long time to get to the point. That was a 23-minute video that could have been 6, but he was dude, stop reading the YouTube comments. You're losing it. My brain is way less rotted when I stopped reading the YouTube comments. But he's yeah, like, he needed to rant, he needed to let it out, and good. What is his point? That when you defend CIG and you just allow the game to perpetually be called an alpha, and no arguments or complaints can be made to it because it's an alpha, or because you shouldn't complain about things because of XYZ reason, then the standard of the game never gets better. Yeah, so that is something that needs to be more prevalent. And it's not. So, yeah. Once it gets there, it'll be better. But right now, we have to get to the point where the standard is set higher, and those people are keeping the standard too low. And they're allowing CIG to just kind of keep treating the game as if it's an alpha, when it is definitely not just an alpha. It is a combination of an alpha and a live service, but they're definitely way too far leaning towards the side of it's an alpha state and just throwing in features and breaking other features and not really caring about the player's experience as much, when there are definitely players who want to play the game, and there will be a lot more players playing the game if there was a little bit more focus and the standard was set a little bit more high. So I'll take his very, very ranty rant and try to put it into a little bit more calm and discussed perspective. Is White Knights are ruining the game because they're allowing they're kind of pushing back anybody who wants to be critical. And there's a lot of content creators who lean on the side of not being critical because they can't deal with the hate that people like me and Grumpy will get when we are. Because it is quite painful to listen to people tell you how stupid you are all the time and make the same comments. It's not easy. But I don't think he's wrong. I just think his delivery is something that's going to turn people off, because that's just what happens. Nobody wants to hear you tell them to go fuck themselves, right? Why would they listen to you after that? They'll just tell you, hey, fuck you, buddy. No, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, buddy. No, fuck you. Oh, no, fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. And that's just all that's going to happen the whole time, is you're just going to be telling each other to fuck off, and nobody's going to get anywhere. Set the standard better. Period.